Welcome to the introduction session about machine learning. Most trending buzzword nowadays is machine learning. If you are agree or not, it is only a true. Do you know why? The growing demand of machine learning and artificial intelligence in almost every industry is compelling the employee across the globe to learn new skill in a similar area. It is said that AI and ML are expected to impact and transform our lives in a way beyond imagination, similar to the internet. AI and ML will change the way we shop, communicate, travel, perform our routine tasks, and do our business. Many big brands are already using AI, including IBM, Amazon, Microsoft, and Essential. All apply machine learning on a large scale and drive innovation. In the future, more and more industry will be using AI and machine learning, driving tremendous growth in the job market. Yeah, let's we get into the session. Do you know anything about artificial intelligence? If you are not, you are existed. Because artificial intelligence made a headline recently when people started reporting that Alexa was laughing unexpectedly. Those news report led to a usual jokes about computer talking over the world. But there is nothing funny about considering AI as a career field. Just the fact that 9 out of 10 American uses AI services. It proves that this is a viable career option. If you are new to the field, you might be wondering just what is artificial intelligence? AI is how we make intelligent machine. It is software that learns similar to the how machine learn mimic human learning. So it can take over some of our job for us and do other job better and faster than we human ever could. Yeah, let's see this picture. You can able to understand what I delivered to you. The artificial intelligence. If you want to make an artificial intelligence system, you have to have any knowledge on deep learning and machine learning. First of all, what is deep learning? Deep learning is nothing but it is a subset of machine learning which make the computation of multi-layer neural network feasible. So that first thing is once you got the data, you have to deeply understand the what is kind of data which you have. After that, it should be segmented based on the properties. After getting segmented, we should given a training. The training take the part of machine learning. Yeah, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence technique which use statistical method to enable machine to improve the experience. In other words, we can able to explain what is machine learning. Machine learning is nothing but it is a subset of artificial intelligence which enable the machine to mimic the human behavior based on the user experiences without any explicit programming. Yeah, so that machine learning will help to learn the experience from the user from their activity itself. After that, we learn from the user, we have to transform our data with certain action. We need to given some certain rules and regulation that it will take the part of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a technique which enables the machine to mimic human behavior. So that in every product in future that come under for an artificial intelligence technique because they want to monitor your all activity and also they want to enhance your user experience while using their products. That's why they are keen interest showing to develop the artificial intelligence product. Yeah. For your understanding, I given a better example. What is this? When you see this image, your mind comes to conclusion. Yeah, this is an alien. That is the human power. But the thing is, if you go and give it the particular image to the particular machine means the machine will deliver this kind of results. For example, first image alien 1, it denoted as 69% as a human, 19% as a deer, 12% as a fox. So that likewise the machine will help to segment the data. It look like an 69% as a human because it has a hand and leg and ears, hand, eyes and nose as well as mouth. So that it will be detected 69% as a human. 19% it look like as a deer. In 12% it look like as a fox. So that the comparative alien 1 and alien 2 Machine detected as in a 60% as a human, 20% as a deer, 15% as a fox. What is the difference? Because the alien one getting a smile images, but the second alien it doesn't smile. So that the machine human percentage, because human only can able to make a smile. So that if the human percentage has got reduced in the alien two images. Likewise, all the images getting separated by the property itself. That is the process we called as the deep learning. I hope now you can understand what is deep learning. So the deep learning will help to understand the data which we are going to train the particular actions. Next, machine learning. Already I explained what is machine learning. Machine learning is nothing but it is a subset of artificial intelligence which enable the machine to do some particular task and getting experience from the user without any explicit programming. That is the explanation of machine learning. So that why we need machine learning? First of all, why machine learning? We will see that. The first thing is develop systems that can automatically adapt and customize themselves to the individual users. So for example, personalized news and mail filter. Nowadays you are getting a personalized news in your Facebook, Instagram as well as in your Google. Based on your searches, based on your interest, they are showing some news to you know. That's the process of machine learning. Second one, discover new knowledge from large databases. It is a very important thing because nowadays it's kind of plenty of business out there. It's a different mindset people are there in India. For taking an example for an Indian, we have in a different mindset people. So that if you're buying some product means they have in a different opinion on that. So that we need to discover new knowledge by the way of their purchasing, by the way of they giving a commands, by the way of giving their assumptions. Likewise, we have to get a data as in a market basket analysis. Example diaper and beer. In diaper, we have in a different price segment based on the people needs. Yeah, that is the best example for that. The next one is ability to mimic human and replace certain monatomic tasks which require some intelligence because every time we do some particular task in a repetitive way. So that time the machine learning will help to do an automated process. For example, like a recognizing handwritten character. In your cell phone itself, when you are typing same word and again, it will give some recommendation letters to you. Yeah, that we called as a machine learning process. The fourth one is in a developed system that are too difficult and expensive to construct manually because they require some specific detailed skills or knowledge tuned to specific tasks. Yes, you have to agree with the point because nowadays we require to make a complicated product, but the thing is we don't have any skill set people to work on that. That time the machine learning will help to complete the task within the particular time itself. That is the application of machine learning. That's why we required for a machine learning to implement within our product. The flood of available data, especially with the advent of the internet, because nowadays all the people are getting interested to do for an internet surfing. That's why we getting a tons of data. It is increasing computational power. When you having a large number of data, that time we can able to compute itself by using in R programming, Python. This is we called as a computational power. We can able to solve any kind of issues. The next important thing is growing progress in available algorithm and the theory developed by researchers. Lots of researchers are there. They keep on developing the algorithm to solve the complicated problems. That's why we need to use for a machine learning process. Increasing support from industry. This is a very important thing because without support the industry, we cannot do anything. Every industry is showing the keen interest to incorporate the product with the machine learning technologies. That's why we need a machine learning. Why should machine learn? If you're the person asking the question, you have to think it about it. Because I'm going to show you best example why should machine learn. Let's take the example of Amazon.com. In Amazon.com, they're getting a 30% of revenue due to the recommendation system, which is framed by a machine learning algorithm. They are showing in a frequently bought together option while you are buying some product from an Amazon.com. If you are the person buying in a smartphone, they automatically they recommend temper glasses. Yes, that we call as a recommendation system. Like Amazon, YouTube and Netflix also following a same strategy to increase their views by the way of recommending their videos. For example, if you are the person always likes to view a action fiction, science fiction movie means they would recommend science fiction movie to you all the time when you log in the Netflix and YouTube. If you're the person asking what is the scope of machine learning, I show you that what kind of industry they were using a machine learning. The first one is the healthcare industry. In the healthcare industry, they're using a machine learning to discovery and development of drugs. Second process they're using for a machine learning in the process of robotic surgery, the innovative addition. In order to reduce the human error, they're using a machine learning process to robotic surgery. The third is an automation in healthcare. Many people they using in a smart watches to monitoring their heartbeat and blood pressures like that. No, that commanded for an automation in the healthcare. The next field is automotive industry. In the automotive industry, machine learning is most often associated with the product innovation, such as self-driving car, parking, and lane change assist, and smart energy system. But ML is also having a significant effect on the marketing function. This is especially true in the automotive industry, a capital intensive, high tech sector driven by a disruption. Do you know what is the percentage of skill set they were invested in the machine learning? That is, 78% of automotive companies invest in skills and training of machine learning. We see a gap, however, between the automotive industry ambition to use machine learning in the marketing and creation of incentive to use ML for marketing process. How machine learning can enhance education system? How true can this statement get? Since it is a statement, my interpretation of it is that learning can do a magic in all aspects of life. Yes, it is a true. Technology is ruling the world, not all for good reason, but milestone like a mission Moon got accomplishment because of it. Cheers to the nation, because India became the first country to successfully place a spacecraft into Mars orbit on its maiden attempt. Machine learning in education is a form of personalized learning that could be used to give each student an individualized educational experience. Here the students are guided for their own learning, can follow the pace they want and make their own decision about what to learn. This is the thing going to happen in the future education system by using a machine learning. Machine learning in agriculture used to improve the productivity and quality of the crops in the agriculture sector. The seed retailer used the agriculture technology to churn the data to create better crops. The AI techniques are used to determine which corn and which condition will be produce the best yield. Yeah, it could be helpful for a future agriculture process. Next we are going to be see the machine learning process. Yeah, this is a very important thing because once you are clear with this topic, you are going to form a machine learning in a top to bottom. Yeah, let's get into that. The first thing is you have to get a raw data. Once you got the raw data or input data, you have to go for an analyzing process. In analyzing process is nothing but you have to analyze the data which is in a segmented or non-segmented data. So that once you have done the analysis process, you come to know that which is in a structure, which one is in a non-structured data. The way of segmenting particular data which helpful for a next process. Make pattern using data. Make pattern using data is nothing but we have to apply some rules and regulation which we are going to given a particular actions. What is next to be going to take over that? That is the process we called as a make pattern using data. After applying the rules and regulation, it will going to given us some results. That results we called as a prediction process. That we called as a prediction or decision. Once predicted output got verified by using a manual verification process, it could be produced as a predicted or output data. Let you tell you the one best example, raw data. For example, raw data is nothing but it is in a Salem. For example, I just would like to take a Salem as a some data. The Salem data is in a raw data. Once we got the Salem, that is the input data, we have to go for an analyze. The analyze is nothing but in Salem we are going to take out that how many males are there, how many females are there. Likewise, we have to analyze in male how many employed, how many of them unemployed, in employed how many of them self-employed, how many of them private employed, how many of them government employed. Likewise, we have to segment the data. In female, same the procedure we are going to be follow here. That is the process of analyzing the data. After analyzing the data, we have to make some rules and regulations that we called as a make pattern using data. What kind of rules we are going to apply for a Salem data? If, for example, we want to know in Salem how many people would like to play cricket, so that we need to apply the rule who are going to be like in a cricket, that we called as a rule. So that the rule is who would like to play a cricket. The rule is going to be trained by using some algorithm. And algorithms are there in a machine learning. It's going to be take that. After taking the training process, it will be going to produce some prediction output. These many people going to be would like to play a cricket. That output is going to be tested over by using some manual process. After getting a manual process is okay, we need to produce a output data. Yeah, for example, in Salem they are having a 14 lakh people. The survey result going to say that the 6 lakh people they would love to play a cricket. Likewise, they are taking a survey by using machine learning process. I hope now you can understand what is the machine learning process. Let's we move. Type of machine learning. In machine learning, we have three type of machine learning. First one is in supervised machine learning. Second one is in unsupervised learning. Third one is in reinforcement learning. When you have a structured data, that time you have to go for a supervised learning. When you have an unstructured data, that time you have to utilize for an unsupervised learning algorithm. The third one is in a reinforcement learning. When you have a feedback, often you are going to give a feedback to your machine. You have to use for a reinforcement learning algorithm to make an artificial enabled machines. In next session, we will see a types of machine learning in a very deep way. Okay, thank you.